Hey guys, so I was thinking about this crisis that we have in Germany and got me thinking about my own layoff and how it feels like to live in Berlin right now, 1 year after I've been laid off, building my own revenue, seeing what it's like, and also reflecting on my 15 years living here and working with Germans as an outsider. Well, now not really anymore. And I want to think about Germany and innovation and how culturally Germans are not really crushing it at the moment because of its culture. So you can totally see that Germany is in a tricky position right now. So it's like Germany is very slow to react. Like our bureaucracy is terrible. Everything is very, very slow. Energy prices are up and we don't have a lot of money, and literally Bosch has in this insane amount of employees and cutting down costs by laying people off. And now I'm thinking about all those people who now are partly staying at the company after layoffs and now trying to rebuild it and make it work, and all the laid off people. And I think about their mentality and how Germany got here. So I don't want to talk about, the economics of it. You can find it everywhere else. But when I look at the typical German office, like not the mixed one, not your eBay here, not the companies that are operating in Germany, but really German teams, German culture does not really support action in a way. So what I saw a lot is that Germans are actually world class in complaining and taking little action. So what I see here is that it's a very tricky thing to say. So Germany has created insane amount of knowledge workers, philosophers, great poets, all of that. And so this is somehow where I see a lot of Germans have this moral superiority and great boundaries, which leads towards thinking that you are very special and if you don't feel like working, your boundaries kind of tell you to take a sick leave, which is super cool. But in other countries, you don't get sick leave that often. But because there is this certain superiority there, and people really take care about themselves, if you have a little, you're on a sick leave. And this is supported and this is promoted. And in the culture where in Russia somebody would completely disregard all of your personal value and just tell you, hey, you gotta go work. We still have this communist, you as a person, you don't matter, you have to be valuable for something. Germany, no, you're like very, very individualistic. You come first, company comes second, which is cool, but doesn't help innovation in any way. And it's super okay to be in a tricky position. Germany has been in a tricky position before. Every country has had its crisis. The question is, how do we handle them? How do Germans handle them? And this is where I think that Germans more like on the thinker side. So they think a lot. They don't do much. And I think that Germany has created this insane amount of critics. I saw a meme that said something like grundkritisch, like grundkritischer Kater, something like this, like fundamentally critical. So Germans are fundamentally critical and are they're very, 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 very hard to move towards action, like experiment, do something unexpected, innovate. I don't see that in the German workplace really, and it's not really rewarded. So I think that being a crazy doer, like I am 70% doer, 30% thinker, writer, reader. So I think that somebody like an office or a team made of people who are somewhere in between being very critical and risk assessing and thinking what to do next, and people who actually move something and they're courageous enough to move forward would be awesome. And I hope that Germany, despite of all of this anti like not supporting immigration laws and making it all so complicated with immigration, and that actually Germany is not attracting uh, top talent right now from abroad. I really hope that it still works because I'm not a big fan of Germany, but I am a big fan of Berlin, and I really hope that, well, Berlin is the melting pot of everything. And that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys.